Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back into the PlayStation Homebrew news. So the very first story that I have here today is that we did get an update from the developer that worked on BDJB 12.50, and this came in the form of a brand new remote jar loader that they have. Now, this will allow you to go ahead and send precompiled jar files over to your PlayStation 4. Now, one thing that I did see was that the hello world.jar file, as well as a brand new ISO image. So again, if you do want to take advantage of this, you would need a program like ImageBurn, as well as a Blu-ray burner and a empty Blu-ray disc in order to give this a shot. Now, there was some instructions that I noticed wasn't included in here in case you want to go and check this out. But on the main page, it does state down here that the remote jar loader server is listening on port 9025 and that you can use the jar client.py to send the jar file, or any other TCP payload sender would work with that as well. And then some instructions on compiling. Now, if we go into the sample jar file here, we can see right here is that jar client that they were referring to. And down here at the very bottom is actually the command that you would need to run in order to get this to work. So make sure that you do have Python installed and then supply the Python file that's included in this repository, as well as that hello world.jar. And then the IP address of your PlayStation 4. Now here is a screenshot of that client being connected. As you can see right there, it's receiving the jar file, which is the hello world.jar. And at this point, it is running the class here, and execution did complete successfully. So over on your PlayStation 4, you would just see this hello world notification pop up. Now, if you do want to get up to speed with all of this, I do have a video that I posted right around 3 days ago where I walk you through the repo and we try a hello world example. Next up is a project that I have a lot of interest in, not because it's extremely useful, but because it does involve master core, and that is the project called LapseCore. So if you've watched Homebrew news in the past, then you have already heard me talking about this, but it does look like last week we had a couple of more updates to this. Now again, all that this is where they have combined Laps and then Master Core to come up with LapseCore. But again, do keep in mind, you will have needed to have purchased and downloaded Okage Shadow King on your PlayStation 4. So the reason that I am interested in this is because this is just yet another option and another method that folks could use to jailbreak a PlayStation 4. I'm definitely interested in this, as I totally would like to see Macaulay's hard work start to be paid off with actually running GoldHEN or some sort of hen on a PlayStation 4. Next up, we have a developer that created a project called PS5 EZ Host. And what it states here is that this is an all-in-one ESP S3 PS5 jailbreak host, and it works with UMTX2, WebKit, and then PlayStation 5 versions 1 through 5.x. And it has a built-in payload manager and standalone flasher in it. So if we scroll down into the project here, then we can take a look at what the graphical user interface looks like. And this, of course, is based off of Idle Sauce's work here. And then we can see what is this, and it says that it is a self-contained, no-fuss jailbreak platform for the PlayStation 5 that offers clean two-stage exploit UI, a built-in file manager, so that could be very interesting, heading over to the admin page and swapping in bin and L files. It is SPIF's base hosting, so no SD card is needed there. gzip, so you can use smaller payloads which don't take as much space. And then there is an auto flashing via this executable, so you don't have to do things like install the Arduino IDE or get Python up and running, and it is compatible with pretty much any 16 megabyte ESP32 S3 board. Now, down at the bottom here, you will see some flashing instructions here and then how to go ahead and use this. So I wanted to make you all aware of this, especially if you would like to host your own PS5 jailbreak. And it's just as easy as going over here to the releases, and you can see that this update just came in a couple of hours ago, and download the PS5 EZ Host. Now, if you're on Windows, you will need to ensure that Windows does not think that this is a virus. Otherwise, it will think it's a virus. Then there was a pretty substantial updates over here from Nazky with PSFree. So with PSFree, you can basically jailbreak your PlayStation 4 up to versions 9.60, and you don't have to use things such as PP-PON or USB devices or anything like that. You just basically open a web browser, and then you would go over to this website right here, and there is the URL you would want to put in your PlayStation browser, and then everything just magically works. Now, there's still a few known issues in this, but I will let you know that as of today, this is getting pretty rock solid for those on PS4 9.60 and under. And also, I do know that the very latest GoldHEN, which just came out, is already included in their repo. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about that brand new version. So GoldHEN version 2.4b18.5 is currently out, and there was a couple of things that was added in here. There is quite a bit of additional support that was added for GoldHEN's latest version. Game stats support, the date time auto update, and then there is an improved bin loader server. So we'll take just a quick moment and I will show you what these look like. We're going to pick a title here. So I've got PS4 Explorer in this instance. I'm going to press on the options button here. And if I go over to information, right there you can see it says PS4 Explorer 2.0, but right underneath it, it says time played. And you can see I've got about 13 minutes so far, since I have personally been testing with this. And then game starts is set to 2. So we're going to go to where it says settings here, and we're going to go to date and time. And right here, you can see it says update date and time. An internet connection may be needed for this feature. And there is an update source there. And if you click on it, then it looks like you could just use Google servers, or I guess you can kind of just come up with your own, which let's just go ahead and try that. Take date. Oh, okay. That's if you want to set something that isn't correct. Okay, we're going to go back to the actual time. And then if we enable auto update in time, an update will be made at every GoldHEN startup. So we're going to put a check mark in that. And let's go up, and there you can see. Now, this also ties into PS4 debug, which is useful for cheats and things of that nature. We saw a release right at 3 days ago, and what you can see here is a minor update that was added to include more firmwares. So now we have support for a number of different firmwares, and this can be ported from hen to hen very easily now. And it is always a win when more firmwares are supported, because that means more users can start enjoying the PlayStation 4 homebrew scene. Next up, we do have an update over here for PS4 Syscon Tools version 2.4.0. And this project over here is a free solution that allows you to manipulate original PlayStation 4 Syscon chips. So if you are somebody that works in that space with reverting PlayStation 4s and so forth, there is this new version that has been added. And there was some support in here for detecting different types of teensy clones, error handling, and then logic when detecting PlayStation 4 Syscon flasher hardware. And then a few minor improvements down below. Again, just grab the zip file and you can begin working with this. And then the very last thing that I wanted to talk about doesn't involve the PlayStation scene at all, but it does involve the Xbox scene. And that is that there has been an update over here to Xbox 360 bad update. Basically, this allows you to use a demo game in order to exploit an Xbox 360 that is on stock firmware. Well, there has been this commit, which has now been merged, and that was to improve the stage 3 speed and the success rate of Xbox 360 bad update on your console. So we can see right here around 10 hours ago, this has been updated, and this is now the latest release that you can use. Now, it does appear to be pretty easy to get updated again, especially if you've already done this before. It's just copying and replacing some files on the USB stick. Anyways, I might take a look at that on the channel since I've already done a couple of videos on that already. Anyways, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!